Relax,
get my
relax.
phone.
We're not gonna
Man,
fight with the
get
gun
the
in the
fuck out of
boat.
me. No, that's what I'm telling you.
I know. Hey! Where's the gun at,
He
Devin?
doesn't have a gun.
Hey, he grabbed my
Relax.
grab my dick.
All right, but why you
What? How did you get saved? Walking up to the car, knocking on the window, pulling out the car. What's keeping people safe? People dying every day. What are y'all really doing? Did you know that? Did you know that?
Flight time, 1 to 15.
Back up. Some old lady is getting handcuffed here. Ow!
Ma'am,
Are
put
you-
your hands behind your back.
You're not going to believe this. The video kicks off with an introduction to a jaw-dropping scenario where a California police officer, caught up in controversy, sends multiple racist texts and then shoots a black man. This officer, named Mark McNamara, quickly becomes the center of public and legal scrutiny following the incident, just when you think you've seen it all.
A California police officer sends multiple text messages denigrating black people, and they come to light after he shoots a black man. We talked to former police sergeant Derek Levasseur about what the messages mean for the ongoing lawsuit against the city need to be addressed in the public eye.
This next bit is absolutely wild. We dive into the details of the incident where Officer McNamara shot Con Green, a 20-year-old black football player who was actually the hero of the night, having disarmed a drunk aggressor at a restaurant in San Jose. Despite Green's heroic actions, he was shot multiple times by McNamara. But wait, there's more to this roller coaster.
And officers respond, and then Officer Mark McNamara, who is white, shoots 20-year-old football player Keon Green, who is black, holding a gun. Now, after being shot 4 times, luckily Green survived. It turns out that Green wasn't even the aggressor. No, the investigation revealed that he had actually disarmed a person at this restaurant who was drunk and had a gun, wanted to fight Green, walks outside, and officers scream for Green to put the gun down, and then he gets shot by McNamara.
Hold on to your coffee. This part's a doozy. The shocking discovery of McNamara's racist text messages is spotlighted alongside his eventual resignation from the force. These texts reveal a deep-seated racial bias, amplifying the seriousness of the shooting and deeply eroding public trust in law enforcement. And the plot thickens even further ahead.
It says that McNamara was being investigated by Internal Affairs on an unrelated matter, and that is when they discovered a trove of text messages that the chief has described as disgusting, and as you will hear, they are. And they were discovered, and these texts arguably show racial bias. And now McNamara has resigned from the department.
Now, this twist really throws a wrench in things. Derek Lasser, a former police sergeant and now guest speaker, joins in to shed some light on how challenging it is to tackle such racially charged incidents within the police force. Gear up, because Derek's insights really turn the tide.
I'm going to go through this. I want to give a warning to everybody. This is not easy for me to read, okay? I'm saying that right now, and I'm going to bleep out a lot of this stuff, but it's important to go through it. So there are these text messages where McNamara seemingly references the shooting. In a message dated the day after the shooting, McNamara allegedly writes, "N-word wanted to carry a gun in the Wild West. Not on my watch. Just out here clapping fools." Green's lawyer has said that that is a slang term for shooting gangsters.
You'll need to sit down for this part. As we sift through the content of McNamara's texts, their blatant racism and complete disregard for the severity of his actions both during and after the shooting come to light. These texts serve as key evidence in the lawsuit filed by Con Green against McNamara and the San Jose Police Department. But just when you think it can't get any crazier, it does.
In private text exchanges, days after giving this deposition, he writes, "The other day, N-word lawyer is like, Mr. McNamara, you know we can still find you guilty of excessive." I'm like, yeah, then what happens? Nothing, because I'm pretty sure the district attorney would have charged me if I used excessive. She didn't, because I didn't use excessive force. I'll shoot you too. Ah! And then he writes, "There was like 65 African-looking mother effers there too, all just mean mugging me and taking notes."
Brace yourself, this is a big one. The conversation pivots to the potential legal ramifications McNamara could face, including possible hate crime charges, given the explicit racial motives evident in his text messages and behavior. The legal labyrinth that unfolds next is mind-boggling.
100%, that's what I'm talking about. It's one of those situations where these text messages were 5 years after the shooting. You could argue that maybe something happened in that time period where his perspective on a certain group of individuals had changed. He's saying this the day after the shooting. So I don't think it's a far leap to say that he's going into the situation, this shooting, with those ideas about those certain people.
Well,
and I think that's a problem.
This issue digs deeper than you'd expect. The discussion broadens to tackle the systemic racism within law enforcement, emphasizing the need for transparency and accountability to regain community trust. This part of the conversation underlines how incidents like these can stain the reputation of law enforcement everywhere. Hold tight, we're diving deeper into the rabbit hole next.
The people who received the messages, it's a question, why didn't they come forward? What did they say in response? I think that's a fair
100%.
question. How difficult is it to decertify an officer? Can it be just from these text messages alone?
And I think if he had been fired, it would have automatically took into effect, where you're fired based on, well, again, I guess he could make an argument from a civil perspective where he was unjustly fired, right? But that's a different conversation. I think if he's terminated under these circumstances, he would automatically lose his certification.
Next up, some serious legal chess moves. We look at the potential legal outcomes and the broader impact of McNamara's actions on the entire San Jose Police Department. The possibility of serious legal consequences, including McNamara's decertification, is examined to prevent him from serving in law enforcement again. And just when you think we're wrapping up, there's more intrigue to come.
We can do here in this situation, San Jose and law enforcement as a whole, is condemn these actions, call them out immediately, completely eradicate McNamara and any of the people that were involved in this conversation from the law enforcement community immediately.
I'm a pro-law enforcement guy, but I think it's also, you have to call out the bad ones to recognize the good ones. I think this certainly complicates the legal case, because for the defense, they seem to be all one together. The city, the police department, McNamara.
Think that was intense? There's more. The host and Derek Lasser wrap up by discussing the significant repercussions of McNamara's actions on the relationship between law enforcement and the community. They call for immediate and decisive actions to correct and prevent such behaviors in the future. Stick around, the final thoughts are just ahead.
Police department try to defend this? I don't know, maybe try to isolate themselves from McNamara, settle on their own, and then with the lawsuit move against McNamara alone?
The text messages changed the whole game, and you said a lot there. So it's, first off, I definitely think, I don't think it's a leap. This is my opinion. I'll speak on behalf of myself. I definitely think that going into that situation, the fact that McNamara was the only one to shoot, I don't think it's a far leap to say that he's sitting on that stairwell, that porch area. He sees a black man come out with a gun. His immediate response is, this guy's gonna kill me.
Let that sink in for a moment. The video concludes with final thoughts on the urgent need to address and reform systemic issues within police departments to cultivate a culture of respect and justice. Don't go anywhere. Tune in for the next episode where we unravel even more layers.
There is going to be a back and forth between one expert saying he acted reasonably, he acted under protocol, and you're going to have other experts saying this was excessive. It's just a really disturbing new detail in a case like this. And thankfully, Mr. Green survived. Hopefully, he can fully recover and have a career that he wants. Derek
I think he's
Levasseur,
still playing football.
Yeah, he is. He is. And he wants to get to the NFL. Hopefully, he can.
Just when you thought things were calm, bam! An officer drops a bombshell suggestion. An officer suggests putting someone down. This might indicate a critical point in the interaction, setting the tone for the encounter. Buckle up, because things are about to get even crazier.
Yeah, we can put her down, my cruiser.
Can you believe this? A person tries to play it cool, assuring another that everything will be fine. Despite clearly not grasping the gravity of the situation, they express confusion about the situation, indicating a lack of understanding or communication from the officers about the ongoing events. Just wait, it's about to go down.
Multiple firearms in the vehicle, we have to figure out what's going on.
I don't know, but he said nothing's gonna happen because I don't know what. Oh, okay.
We just gotta figure out what's going on. So just have a seat.
He said that they're gonna just like let me go after they're done. All right, that's my sister. I'm just trying to figure out.
Should be all right.
Okay.
There's just a lot of guns in the car. We gotta figure out what's going on.
Okay.
If you mind kicking your feet in. I'll roll down the window and you can talk here if you want.
Hold on to your seats, folks. When the cops find a treasure trove of guns in the car, things really start to heat up. This discovery is likely a key factor in the aggressive police response and the heightened tension. Stick around, the roller coaster is just getting started.
You're not like an missing person or anything?
No.
Which one is y'all, or sister? How old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay. Where do you guys live?
We live here.
Where does she?
You won't see this twist coming. Amidst the chaos, someone clarifies they aren't a missing person and casually asks about their sister. This moment reflects the personal impact of the police action on the individuals involved. Hang tight, because there's more drama ahead.
We just outside. I live right there.
Good.
How long she gotta stay in here?
Just have to figure out. There's a lot of guns in that car. Like a lot of guns.
And if you don't mind me asking, like, why did y'all have to leave the car? Or y'all just did?
What's that? I don't know
Like,
why they.
What made y'all search that car?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Guess what they found next? Yep, more firearms. Confirmation of multiple firearms in the car. This revelation underscores the seriousness of the situation and the potential danger involved. You'll want to see what happens next. It's a doozy.
Going on. I think there's like 5 or 6 guns in the car. I think we're trying to leave right now.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Check this out. It's getting juicy. A bystander questions the legality of the vehicle search, poking holes in the police's story about probable cause. This highlights concerns about civil liberties and the appropriateness of the police action. The comeback is a must-hear. Stay tuned.
So why did y'all take the car? Y'all right there, why did they take the car? Alright, y'all don't have probable cause. Y'all pulled up, hopped out, and walked up to a car. Y'all pulled up, hopped out, and walked to a car. What about that girl that got shot?
What about her?
The one in Cleveland.
We don't work for We're in Akron. We're not in Cleveland.
It's a chicken chaser. It's one of the chicken chasers. I know that guy. He's a good dude.
Just when you think it's all about the guns, they throw in a mention of another shooting, mention of another incident involving a shooting in Cleveland, linking this event to broader issues of police actions and public safety. The conversation that follows is eye-opening. Don't go anywhere.
Alright, but why you
What? How did y'all think safe? Walking up to the car, knocking on the window, pulling out the car. What's keeping people safe? People dying every day. What are y'all really doing? Y'all just killed the innocent. Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know it was guns in the car? Arguing.
I showed up later.
So you knew it was guns in the car? Or I thought so.
If I had a badge on, I would beat y'all. I don't know who the fuck Noon is, bro. Shut up and solve some murders.
Here's a softer moment in the chaos. Someone gets reassured they're not being charged, which might ease some tension, but also raises questions about the reasons for the detention. Keep watching, because the plot thickens even further.
Go ahead, step on when I cuff you. So you're not being charged with anything, okay? But we're just gonna get you home or something.
What's your address, like where your guardian lives, mom and dad?
She got work right now. That's why I was on the It's 14. I just know it. I don't know the exact number. The parking lot.
They dropped a reality check here, a warning about the dangers of hanging out with the wrong crowd, highlighting the potential risks in certain environments. This reflects broader societal issues and the possible consequences. The following scenes will unravel more. Don't miss out.
That's what I was looking for. Never mind. I was gonna say we're gonna take the females home. I don't know whose cuffs these were that were.
And a double oxygen. What's that happening though? You need to stop around with these guys. I'm serious issue.
As things start to cool down, an officer thanks and dismisses someone, signaling a possible end to this part of the night. This could suggest a winding down of the immediate crisis. But guess what? The excitement's not over yet. See what happens next.
Now, the wrong folk. People out to shoot them. If you're next to them, you might get shot. Right?
Are you staying on Minson? Or
Yes.
Your friend is in the back of our car. We're just gonna give you guys a ride back home.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Right there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a nice night.
The video begins with a description of how North Carolina police released body cam footage following public outcry over excessive force during an intense arrest. The arrest occurred on May 13, but police involvement started on May 8 when they received a 911 call concerning the suspect. Buckle up, because the drama is just getting started.
No, that's what I'm told.
I know.
Police in North Carolina released uninterrupted body camera video of an intense arrest. This after a local news outlet reported the suspect was down by his neck.
No.
Let's just roll him over.
While the arrest happened on May 13th, Asheville police officers became involved 5 days earlier on May 8th.
The 911 audio plays where the caller, Devin Whitmire's mother, explains her son's erratic behavior and previous issues with law enforcement. She mentions an involuntary commitment, IVC, that was never served, highlighting her frustration with the situation and her fear of her son's threats towards family property. Up next, the plot thickens, and trust me, you'll want to see this.
I got caught on camera.
Yeah, can you get an officer on Max Street? Max Street. This gotta stop. We have been calling about Devin Whitmire. They didn't serve the IVC on him. Somebody's on my other line right now. I'm on mute. They're letting me hear Devin. He's threatening to bust out more windows at my mama's house. I need somebody to get over there. This is ridiculous.
Asheville police officers discuss the need to locate and serve IVC paperwork on Devin. They express uncertainty about his whereabouts, although he was reportedly seen in a certain area an hour ago. Stick around. The confusion that's about to ensue is somewhat of a head-scratcher.
Her window, one of them, and I thought they were over there fixing, so obviously nobody's over there standing outside looking at her windows now, about to tear her house up again. This is ridiculous. We police and called the police, tried to get them to get this boy.
Also clarifies to dispatch, she's hoping officers will find not her other son and Devin's identical twin, Tevin.
What is your son's name?
Devin Whitmire. It's not Tevin. It's Devin with a D.
The confusion between Devin and his identical twin, Tevin, is highlighted. Officers are instructed to ensure they find Devin, not Tevin, to avoid any mistakes due to their physical similarity. Just wait until you see how they try to untangle this mix-up.
Served, but the person has to be found first. And the officer who swore it all out is kind of standing around. I think he wants to keep looking.
Do you have any idea where they may be located at?
Do we have any idea where they may be located? About an hour ago, he was seen around Max Street, sort of wandering around that way, but nobody's seen him since then.
Body cam footage shows police approaching Devin, who initially pretends to be his twin brother, Tevin. The conversation reveals Devin's attempt to avoid identification and arrest by misleading the officers about his identity. Brace yourself, because the officers are in for quite the runaround.
Is it Whitmire? Yeah. What's that? Devin? Tevin. Well, hold on. Do you recognize me? Do you have ID on you? Because I know you have a twin.
David 41 Morgan Testing.
You talked to somebody over across from Lee Garden about a couple days ago? 1937. No. Do you have ID on you?
No.
No.
The video captures a tense struggle after Devin mentions he has a gun, leading to a physical confrontation with the police. During this time, he spits on the officers multiple times, escalating the situation. Next up, watch how this wild ride takes an unexpected turn.
Okay, well, can y'all back up so I can get my gun off of it?
Where's your gun at?
Worry about, but I'm saying
no.
If y'all,
at this point, though. Relax. We're not gonna fight with the gun in the boat.
No, that's what I'm telling you.
I know. Hey.
Hey, y'all, we can.
1040.
That's all right.
Give me your freaking hand. Down.
As the situation unfolds, it becomes clear that Devin does not have a weapon, contrary to his earlier claim. This revelation comes during a search by the officers, compounded by the confusion and distress expressed by bystanders and Devin himself. The officers' next move, you won't believe it.
Still, the officers continue to search for a weapon.
Where's the gun at? Devin.
He doesn't have a gun.
Maybe you need to step back some.
Relax. Devin, relax, Devin. Okay.
Right, keep him on the side.
Yeah.
Side is fine.
Relax, Devin. Relax.
Hey, he grabbed my.
Relax.
Grab my.
The gun. We're looking for the gun.
Following the incident, Asheville police requested the release of the body cam footage to counteract a potentially misleading narrative from a local news outlet. They aim to demonstrate through video evidence that the officers did not use excessive force, particularly concerning claims of neck pinning. Just when you think it's wrapped up, there's more.
Asheville police note the department petitioned a Superior Court judge to release the body camera footage on May 19, and it was released on May 22nd. This request came after the Citizen Times posted a picture of the arrest with the headline, quote, "White Asheville police officers pin black man by neck," with the onlooker's cell phone video showing discrepancies with the reporting.
That's
The video concludes with details of the charges against Devin, including assaults on government officials. The police review and district attorney's assessment found no excessive use of force, and Devin is held on an $85,000 bond. What a roller coaster of events, from a tense beginning to a jaw-dropping conclusion.
In the end, investigators determined Devin did not have a weapon, and it's still unclear why he said he did. Full charges, including 2 counts of assault on a government official inflicting serious injury, 3 counts of assault on a government official, 3 counts of malicious conduct.
Buckle up for this wild ride. The video kicks off with a scene where a woman is told by an airline representative that she's not allowed to fly, sparking a fiery argument with the police's involvement. Strap in, because the roller coaster is just starting.
And I compliment you in that way, man.
She's a representative of the aircraft. They don't want you flying on their plane today, okay? So you're going to have to get off the
They made
aircraft.
it.
Yeah, that's the way it is. But right now, I'm going to
And
need you.
that's fine, and I will respect that.
So I'm going to need you to grab your bag and just
And I
step
did
off
not
the
do
aircraft.
anything, actually. Disrespect.
We'll talk about it outside.
Disruptive, besides speak my mind.
Okay.
Fucking America's
All right.
about.
Calm down.
No, you know
Listen
that.
to me. Grab
no,
your bag.
You know that.
Get ready for a serious escalation. The woman adamantly refuses to leave the plane, despite the officer's patient explanations, and she's repeatedly warned about the imminent risk of arrest due to her defiance. You won't believe how she ups the ante in the next part.
Probably already gonna get.
Do you want to get arrested?
I really,
Then
honestly,
stand up and get off the
really,
deal.
it's not about that, man.
Okay.
You can.
I'm going to ask you one more time, and then I'm going to have to put my hands on you.
You're gonna put no. That's fine. That's fine. Why do you have a right to put your hands on me, though?
Okay, let's go, Roy. Come on.
No, why do you have a right to put your hands on me?
Ma'am,
Seriously,
tell me
though,
why.
can you tell me that as a human that is alive? Why do you? Seriously, though.
Just when you think she'd reconsider, think again. Officers start to physically escort her off the aircraft as she continues to argue and resist, challenging the authority and actions of the police. The plot thickens as they step it up a notch.
You should have to honor that. That's my right.
Go talk to the captain and tell him we need to remove her.
It really is, though. That's my right. It's like you need to know
Sit.
we're getting to the point where you're not
go.
you're not respecting my human constitution. That's not cool. I didn't do anything that did anything to. No, man. That's okay. You know it.
29 Central,
You know
10:15.
Why did you
Number 10:15.
Next up, things get even spicier. After getting off the plane, the woman still refuses to cooperate, leading to more intense confrontations outside the aircraft, where she accuses the officers of manipulating the situation. But wait, there's more drama just around the corner.
That's not real, man. That's
Just grab her bag.
real, man.
Yeah, she had a green backpack.
That's not real, man. I walked out and you. Why did you do that? I didn't know that was.
Let's go this way, this way.
Doing that. See, you lied right there, man. You said if I got up.
Stop.
No. Why would I stop when you lie to me?
Here's where it gets seriously tense. The situation escalates as the woman becomes increasingly agitated, prompting the officers to prepare for her possible arrest while she continues to vocally resist. Brace yourself for the next twist.
Anything, you're mad. This system is fucked, and you, really all of you know you're fighting for a system that isn't just to you. All you do, you know that if you don't, then that's just fucked up.
Now, let's shift gears a bit. The scene switches to another woman who refuses to comply with a bank's mask policy, sparking a debate with the police about her rights and the legalities of the mandate. Watch as this scenario unfolds into a full-blown showdown.
Okay. Ma'am, I'll say if they ask you to leave, you have to leave.
My money's in this bank, and I'm going to take it out.
Well, then you have to abide by the rules. You have to have a mask on.
This is a state.
It's not. Businesses have the right to refuse service, even if you're not wearing a mask. That's their choice.
And just when you thought it couldn't escalate further, the woman at the bank gets confrontational, leading to her arrest after she steadfastly refuses to leave, standing firm on her interpretation of the law. The tension hits a new high in the footage coming up.
2010, one
Oh,
system.
back up! Some old lady is getting handcuffed here. Ow!
Ma'am,
Are
put
you-
your hands behind your back.
Really?
Relax.
Wow. Now you're smashing my arm into my private area?
Your private area?
Yeah.
Put your hands behind your back.
My hand is behind my back, sir.
This one, turn over on your stomach. Put your hand behind your back.
It's not over yet. Far from it. Back to the first woman. The police finally decide to arrest her as she continues to argue, asserting her rights against the officer's responsibilities. The following clip takes the intensity to the next level.
Ma'am, no weapons on you or anything like that?
No.
No, that's okay. Stand up for me, please.
No.
I'll just make sure you have any weapons on you.
Look, I don't even have
I don't know.
pockets.
Turn around. I don't want to
Look
shoot.
at a pocket.
Okay.
I didn't do any battery.
No, when you spit on people, that's battery.
No, I did not. He verbally abused me.
Well, that doesn't give you the right to spit on them. That's what. You verbally abused me as soon as I got here. Did I spit on you? You're under arrest for battery. No, yep, definitely doing that.
That hurts.
Yeah, they're handcuffs. They're not for comfort.
Can
Let's
I
go.
kick my purse?
Absolutely. Come on.
Hold on to your coffee. This is a doozy. The video continues with another clip where an older woman argues with police during a traffic stop, insisting that the officers are violating her rights. The confrontations are far from over, as you'll see in the next segment.
Well, I've never had this happen to me
Then keep your mouth shut and you won't have it happen again. Literally keep your mouth shut because you spit on somebody.
You don't know what he did to me.
You don't
before.
have the right to ask me how to talk to you when you're disrespecting people.
First.
Literally spitting on people. Gather your belongings, count your blessings, and leave.
Listen, I'm a
Bye.
Christian.
Yeah. Well, you need to look
And
that
I'm-
up.
And I go to Calvary Chapel.
You need to.
All right.
That's concerning.
We'll talk to Pastor Doug.
I will actually.
All right.
I will talk to Pastor Doug and let him know how you
Come
feel
on
about
Sunday.
different
Come on
religions.
Sunday for church.
Okay.
Prepare for the grand finale. It's a real showstopper. The video wraps up with the woman being forcibly restrained and placed in a police car, continuing to protest her treatment by the police as she accuses them of causing physical harm. The culmination of these encounters is as intense as it gets, ending this chaotic saga on a high note.
And I'm going to show all the bruises that you put on me.
If you're not going to cooperate, you'll
Let
be charged
go
with
of me.
obstructing.
You let go of me now.
No, ma'am.
You're bruising me. Go
Stop
of
pulling
me.
against us.
I'm not pulling against you. Let go of
Then
me.
stand up like an adult.
Shut up. What an ass thing to say to me.
There's the law enforcement. They're always gonna win. That's your
Do me a
game.
favor. Do me a favor. Let go of me. You're hurting me. I'm not hurting you. You are hurting me.